going on, Jerome's? We're back. Take a look at Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 2.0. And as we talked about, we really like guys like Daniel Jeremiah, guys like Bucky Brooks, because they had served time as scouts in the league. So they're familiar with how scouts think and process information. Also, they still have contacts and sources. So they can be like, so what do you feel about this guy? What do you feel about that guy? And they understand how teams think and approach the draft. And yeah, so that's why you see, PFF mock drafts are like this, CBS mock drafts are like this, draft networks are like this, and then sometimes there's just a difference where you find that Bucky Brooks and DJ are higher on a guy or lower than a guy than you may expect or that you see from the consensus, and it makes you perk up your ears a little bit. It's like, oh, and also the big differences between his mock draft 1.0 and 2.0, etc., where they get feedback from guys in the know, from scouts, from GMs, about, hey, DJ, about that guy or about this guy, you're too low. It is really intriguing. And the Vikings, oh hell, I'll just say it. They get DeVonta Smith at 14. I am in. You son of a B, I am in. But we'll get into that. 1, Trevor Lawrence, yeah. Pro Day, yes. Jaguars, boring at this point. 2, Jets. So Zach Wilson, and DJ boils it down to, who do you want, Zach Wilson or Sam Darnold? And you'll be able to trade Sam Darnold somewhere and get some decent draft capital back. But I mean, Zach Wilson, his live arm, and also him outside the pocket, him improvising, like, it really is Mahomes-esque. Now, hopefully the Jets can build a better offensive line in front of him than Mahomes, but yeah. 3, Dolphins. So if they're going to roll with Tua, you may as well get him as many weapons as possible just to see if he really is going to be the guy. Now, you have your choice of all the wide receivers, but going with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is a bad man. Got the size outside the numbers. Him and Devontae Parker, nice little duo. And maybe Preston Williams comes along as well. Also got Mike Gesicki for Tua going forward. 4, so the Falcons, where quarterback makes a lot of sense here because Arthur Smith is going to be able to have his choice of whoever he wants to work with, whether it be Justin Fields in this spot, local angle as well, or no pants or Trey Lance. And they're going to have the benefit of sitting behind Matt Ryan for a year, maybe 2, depending what happens with his contract, where Matt Ryan still has a little bit of lead left in the pencil, just, un poquito. And they give him the quarterback a redshirt year to get acclimated to the NFL game and then move on from there. Next up, number 5. So the Bengals, sit above the fray, and they still get Penny Sewell. Now, DJ was one of the first that was really, really bullish on Rashawn Slater. I believe Slater was above Penny Sewell in his first mock draft, but we return back to the mean. We regress. Penny Sewell, no matter what, at 5 to the Bengals. 6. So you got the Eagles, where wide receiver, big need, cornerback, a big need. They have their choice of cornerbacks. They have their choice of wide receivers, not named Jamar Chase, but Kyle Pitts, since he is effectively a wide receiver, yes. And also, Zach Ertz's contract, like, they may cut him, or they may trade him for pennies on the dollar. Plus, Dallas Goedert probably won't sign a second contract either. So, Kyle Pitts does make sense here. Get some weapons for Jalen Hurts. 7, so the Lions, I mean, the Lions aren't married to Jared Goff. They just aren't. And they got extra draft capital by taking that contract off the Rams' hands. Now, could they want to go with their quarterback of the future? Does Brad Holmes want to do that? Does Dan Campbell, want to go with that? But no. Dan Campbell needs a dude's dude. Micah Parsons, the absolute freak in the middle of that defense. It's a good way to restart that rebuild in the Motor City. 8, Panthers. No pants for Trey Lance. Hey, Teddy, it's over. But Trey Lance's amazing arm, mobility, Joe Brady, salivating. Let's get that thing going. 9, so the Broncos, they missed out on Trey Lance, but they have their choice of cornerbacks. Caleb Farley coming in and replacing A.J. Bouye 1-for-1. Does make sense. 10, so the Cowboys could go O-line here. I mean, could go Rashawn Slater. He could go, Darius was a little bit too early, but definitely could go Slater in this spot. But the thought of going Bama at cornerback, Trevon Diggs reunite with Patrick Surtain II, really suturing up that cornerback room makes sense. 11, so the Giants, everyone and their mom has the Giants going wide receiver, which is a major need. But they are going to lose Leonard Williams on the edge. They are going to lose Dalvin Tomlinson on the defensive interior. And Gregory Rousseau can replace both of them, where you're going to use them all up and down the defensive line. I think Gettleman will be extremely tempted. 12, so the Niners miss out on Trey Lance. Maybe they end up with Sam Darnold. I don't know. But Rashawn Slater in this spot, like if they can't re-sign Trent Williams, who was phenomenal last year, coming over and trade from Washington, then Slater could replace him at left tackle, or if Trent Williams returns, you could have Slater in at one of the guard spots. But yeah, him, McGlinchey, going for him, it's not bad at 13. So the Chargers, they miss out on Slater. That one makes sense. Darisaw would make a ton of sense here too. Maybe they go cornerback. Maybe they go J.C. Horn because their cornerback room is getting aged out as well. But, I mean, Jalen Waddle, because if you're not going to protect Herbert, just get him at like 75 different weapons. So you got Waddle, you got Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams, the power forward. That's not bad. That's not bad, even though you might lose Hunter Henry in free agency. 14, so here we go. Woo. So the Vikings have their choice. Like they could go DeVonta Smith. They could go Elijah Vera Tucker. They could go Christian Darisaw. They could go Kwity Paye. They could go J.C. Horn. But DeVonta is going to be too tempting. And I can already hear there's zero chance he's going to be available at 14. You don't know that. You don't know. And DJ just laid this out. A guy who's been in the war rooms before, who's scouted for a living for a decade. Like, he put this out there that it could fall precisely where the Vikings end up with DeVonta Smith or have the option to draft him. And I think the teams may overthink that DeVonta, his frame is a little bit slight. It really is Marvin Harrison-esque, and teams may go with Jamar Chase over DeVonta. They may go with Kyle Pitts over DeVonta. They may go with Jalen Waddle and his speed over DeVonta. And everyone else overthinking it is the Vikings gang. It is like 1998 when everyone passed on Randy Moss for much different reasons, by the way. But the Vikings, they had Chris Carter, all-time great receiver. Jake Reed had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons before Randy Moss got there. DeVonta Smith with Justin Jefferson is going to be the best young duo in the NFL. Throw in Adam Thielen, you have the best trio of wide receivers. And yes, how can you pass if you can't protect Kirk Cousins? That'll get taken care of. Don't worry. It will get fixed. And this sexiness will automatically vault the Vikings to, if not the best, certainly top 3 passing games in the league. Woo! God, feels good, man. Roll damn tide. 15. So Patriots, could this be Mac Jones? But nah, getting J.C. Horn to potentially free up the trade for trading Stephon Gilmore, plus J.C. Jackson is a restricted free agent. I don't know if they're going to extend him long term. Makes sense. 16. So protecting the Kyler, because the Arizona Cardinals offensive line was booty. It was Elijah Vera Tucker can play guard, maybe could play some tackle for them. So AVT headed out to the desert. 17, the Raiders. Kwity Paye, their pass rush has been straight trash. Clem Farrell not working out. Max Crosby showing signs of life, but Kwity Paye, toss him in on that defensive line. Get after it. 18. So the Dolphins took Jamar Chase at 3 and getting Najee Harris. Again, toys for Tua. And Najee Harris got that big body, power back, as well as soft hands as a very solid receiver. I think he'll pair up nicely with Myles Gaskins in the backfield for the Dolphins. 19. So this should be the Mac Jones pick. But Darisaw on that offensive line, for sure, keeping him in the DMV area. Next up, 20. This could be Mac Jones. But no Mac Jones, Kadarius Toney. And frankly, I like it. Like Tony Mooney, the two E guys. I mean, that's gross. It really, really is gross. And frankly, if the Bears just want to take Tony just to keep him away from the Packers, for that we thank you. Yes. 21. So the Colts, this could be Mac Jones. But no, Greg Newsome the second. Now, DJ is very bullish on Newsome. I don't think I've even come across another mock draft where Newsome is a first-round pick, or let alone like a top 40 selection. So he definitely has a read on Greg Newsome. Maybe he's hearing some really good information about how teams feel about the Pride Northwestern. But yeah, him coming in, and bye, Xavier. Bye. 22. Yes, the Titans need edge help. Jalen Phillips makes sense in this spot. 23. So Ronnie Perkins. Ronnie Perkins making an appearance. I think this is the first I've seen Ronnie in the first round. I do like him as a day 2, potentially a high-end day 2 selection, but first round. Jets, him and Jonathan Franklin Myers. Now, you could go get some protection or get some toys for Zach Wilson, but Robert Salah definitely wants a little something on his side of the ball. Tough physical kid, really showed up and showed out for the Sooners. 24. So Jim Mayfield, where, man, the Steelers have needs all over the place, but Mayfield, plop him into one of the tackle spots, replacing Villanueva, who's probably going to leave free agency. There you go. 25. So this is a new one. The Jaguars, where you got Trevor Lawrence, maybe you get him some O-line help, but no. Getting Joke in the spot is a lot of fun, man. In a sub-package world, having Joke and Jack together, let's go. I love that. I love that pick, man. 26, Joe Tryon coming out of Washington. So DJ is a little bit more bullish on Tryon than a lot of other people are, but the Browns could potentially do need some edge help because having someone opposite of Myles Garrett as he draws double teams, that's extremely attractive position. Plus, Olivier Vernon is going to be out of contract, so moving on with life. 27, the Ravens. So they have an extremely talented secondary, but they never really replaced Earl Thomas. Trevor Moehrig on that back end, God, stays in purple and black. It's a nice little pickup for Eric DeCosta and company. 28, so Mac Jones finally goes, woo. So, yeah, the Saints are probably going to have to eject everyone. They might even have to trade Ryan Ramczyk on his fifth-year option. So, yeah, Mac Jones, toss him in with Taysom Hill, coming along, where I do think that he will progress pretty nicely and be able to do really good things with Sean Payton, which kind of sucks. It does. 29, Tevin Jenkins of the Packers, where, once again, Aaron Rodgers doesn't get a wide receiver, but it's actually okay. But Tevin Jenkins, I mean, they should cut pretty Ricky Wagner. He is ass. He is terrible. And they threw all the money at Bakhtiari, but they also got exposed depth-wise on the O-line. But picking up Tevin Jenkins, stud, I like it, even though I hate it. I hate it a lot. 30, the Bills picking up Aziz, where Jerry Hughes can't play forever, is starting to age out. And then you have this alpha carnivore just getting after it on the edge with phenomenal bend who can play situationally for McDermott and Frazier. Gross. 31. Chiefs go O-line. O-line. I believe in 1.0 the Chiefs took Levi and Wuzuriki, but yeah, then the Super Bowl happened. So Landon Dickerson, he's going to be fine after that knee injury, but phenomenal leadership, stoutness in the inside of that Chiefs offensive line. Could be Patrick Mahomes' center for the rest of his career, and I really like this pick. I love Landon Dickerson, man. Just a phenomenal guy. 32, Nick Bolton, linebacker to the Bucs. Now, he mentions that Levante David may leave in free agency. I think that's a possibility. So you got Bolton, and then you had Devin White together. That's a really nice duo. Now, if you want to go full physical freak, not taking anything away from Bolton, but Zaven Collins and Devin White, are you kidding me? Sideline to sideline, it's over. Done. Finito. Guys still left on board. So Kyle Trask is still there. Travis Etienne. Receivers Marshall. Elijah Moore. Rashad Bateman didn't make it. Rondale Moore. Didn't quite squeeze in. Pratt Freiermuth, the other tight end, no go. Offensive line, so Leatherwood, Davis, Cosme, not there. Edge rushers, Owet and Asai. The two JOs, nope. Carlos Basham Jr., nope. And then, defensive tackle. So not a single defensive tackle went. So you got Barmore, you got Wuzuriki, you got Nixon still on board, and then linebackers, Zaven Collins, Dylan Moses. I mean, you could have swapped out. Yeah, you could have swapped out. Hell, maybe even put in Jabril Cox in Nick Bolton. But, you could have gone with Zaven Collins there at 32 as well. Tyson Campbell, Asante Samuel Jr., Jevon Holland, no go either. But, like I said, if this is how it goes down with the Vikings and DeVonta Smith is still on board, I think that is a clear-cut case of BPA, and you can't pass it up. I understand there's other needs, but you can address them in the middle rounds of the draft. And especially, say the not-so-far-fetched idea that the Vikings clear up cap, they keep Reef, and then they re-sign Joe Thuney. So offensive line, to a degree, check. And then you get DeVonta Smith. Oh, come on, son. Come on. But your thoughts of Vikings taking DeVonta Smith and Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 2.0? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post some in Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.